I'm not able to hear. Yeah, now I can hear you. This is fine? Yes.
अरे उसको सुना ही क्या देगा, क्या पूछेगा तो? अंजू मैडम सामने ही खड़ा है ना? नहीं है ना?
Uh, 10 minutes?
अंजू नहीं है, इसके लिए आई थी।
No, no. We will have our next inspection at 6:30. Hello, Shubda Bhosle here. Yes, that's fine. Huh? Like this? Okay. According to protocol at 8 o'clock.
What protocol is that?
Like we will require 9:36. We will have toss if we have a 5-5 over each team if they place. And for that they will require 1.5 hours to clean up the ground if rain stops. So we are counting if we want to have match at 9:36, they should start working at by 8 o'clock. And if it is not stopping at 8 o'clock, we will call off the game.
Is the groundsman there?
Yeah, pitch curator is there, and he's told if the rain stops, we'll require 1.5 hours. So that's why we have to wait.
But it hasn't.
Yeah, it is according to weather forecast. This is not going to stop.
So you can call it off.
Yeah.
कहाँ जाओ? इधर जाओ? ठीक है?
क्या?
मेरे को उन्होंने लिख के भेजा है ये सवाल. जो लिख के भेजा मेरे को उसको. I'm good to go. Shubda, of course, it's so nice to see you and other female umpires here, but what inspired you to take up umpiring?
I was playing cricket. I was representing Madhya Pradesh under 19 team. Then this exam came, and when I gave this exam, I felt that there is a lot more to learn about cricket. Like beside playing, there are 42 laws to be learned. So that I really like that, and that's how it started.
Were there any challenges that you faced coming into this setup?
So that exam I gave in 2011, and till that time no girl was officiating. Till that time, so it was a little tough to make people believe that a girl can do like a girl can officiate a cricket match.
But now they see you on television, and of course, they are inspired by your presence on the ground. But if I ask an inspirational message from your end to the girls, what is that message going to be?
What I think, girls think they are, someone has bound us, our parents will not allow, our family will not allow, or our society will not allow. But these things are there in their mind only. So what I think, you are bounded by yourself. Just go and try flying. When you start trying, like you will start push yourself and you will fly. Then you will know how much there is a sky to fly. Like there is endless sky to fly.
You've done well, and we wish all the very best to you.
Thank you so much, Anjum.
What did you say? I didn't understand when you said something. That's all muffled.
What I need is a famous Indian swimmer's name.
Hello, I'm here. 1+1. 1+1.
Will do, will do.
1+1 equals 2. Ek, do. Teen.
Teen, no.
No teen?
I tell you what you say to him. Off.
What we need to do, if anybody's listening, and hopefully the third umpire is listening, and the match referee, you do not have to wait till 8 o'clock to call this game off. I can officially tell you there'll be no cricket tonight. Please listen. Thank you. Well, we just had a lady in England who did a first-class game, Sue Redfern. So I can talk about that and how the fact that in England, Sue Redfern, she officiated a first-class game against Glamorgan and Derbyshire. So, you know, I can...
High-profile game.
High-profile game. In the Premier League, lines officials and...
It's called referees' assistants.
Referees' assistants. We had a game where the ground staff at Edgbaston were all female. Don't really want to go into that.
No.
Why are we so close together? I seem very
Hello.
close to him. Not that I don't like him, but very close. He's even got his green t-shirt on for Ireland. Look at it now. And they want to stay here till 8 o'clock. Look at it.
Could I listen to that interview or not?
Do you want a box to stand on? Can we get a box? You stand on that there. That's it. I'll stand here. Is that better? Welcome to the studio.
This actually freaks me out a bit being so close to this.
I don't like being close to that. It's, I'm feeling a bit nervy. This doesn't look stable. It is, but...
Do we have my clipboard, sir?
Do you want me to go and do a pitch report as well in this?
It's there.
I'd love to do it. I'd love to do a pitch report.
Famous Indian swimmer. Anyone?
Is there any swimmers, Indian swimmers, ever in
Water
the Commonwealth?
polo? Any famous water polo?
Why? Water polo. As they say in England, it's raining cats and dogs. That actually is very... Can we actually move this down here? Hello, can we move this down here? Because all I can see is bars. Is that better? Maybe, yeah, just slightly put something under it. Give me that there, yeah. A little bit forward.
What's that?
A little bit more up. That's it, tilt up.
We're starting with this? No. Yeah. Yeah, lovely. Yeah. Wicket takers, yeah. This is just the team. Yeah, this is Manipal. Yes, please. Imran Khan, Parvinda Avanna, Pravin Gupta.
Is that blurred to you?
No. That's good.
You're off blind, and I
We'll have a tournament start, I think, later on, isn't it? Before the best catches package. But this is just maybe to chat over the individual sides here this evening. Manipal and Urbanrisers. If that's okay with you. And this is Urbanrisers. Gurkurdit Man, Peter Trigo, Smith, Reina, Clark. Okay. And bowlers will be Mpofu, Powell Suyol, Stewie Binny, Trigo, all-rounder for you, Corky.
Trigo.
Jakati.
Trigo.
Okay, lovely.
Trigo. Trigo.
Absolutely hosing. Okay, the leading runs. Rario, Chadwick, Simmons, Powell, Edwards, Gurkurdit Man. Walton, he was hammered last night in the pub. Hammered. Yeah. Well done, sir. Wicket takers must be Imran Khan, yeah. Razak. Hamid, very good. And Puffu. He was also steaming last night.
Ah, 2 minutes.
So we might have a fair bit of chit-chat here.
Yeah, let's talk about life. Life in Vizag.
Vizag.
So it doesn't look good. There's been a lot of rain around, and we're at a hotel where we saw it coming off the sea as well. It's disappointing, but in one way, if you think about it, it was more important for last night's game in a way to take place than tonight's, even though both of these teams have got a chance to get into that top two and then two opportunities to get to the final on Saturday.
Yeah, that was obviously Gujarat Giants getting over the line against Southern Superstars, sending the Southern Superstars home, and the Gujarat Giants, they've gone on to Surat and they'll be in the top four. But the ground is well covered. That's the one thing we have here at Dominic Cork. In this part of the world, the ground is very well covered.
It is, and they do it really well. Wherever you go, you know, they cover the ground. But I think these pictures tell you just how bad the weather is. The percentage doesn't look great that it's going to stop either. It just says 100%. Of course, it's humid here, and it's a little bit warmer than when we were up country. And the ground staff, of course, they'll try their hardest to actually get a game. But you know that we're always positive and we want to see another game of Legends League cricket in this season too. But I think, if I'm honest, I think the umpires and the match referee, I think, have got to make a sensible decision really quickly and say, look, I don't think we've got any chance. Let's all get on a flight and let's head, well, what is it?
You're north or south, east or west?
No, we're going to go, let me just think. No, we're actually going to go west. We're going to go slightly northwest, up the country, and we're going to end up in Surat. Okay, ready for those 4 games and the final.
Lovely stuff. Well, Gujarat Giants got over the line last night, and that got them to top of the log. But this game also has serious importance, Corky, because Tigers and Urbanrisers Hyderabad, if they get washed out, they both obviously go to 7, and the run rates are so good that they'll be obviously pushing for that top 2 and a chance to get straight to the final.
Absolutely, and if you don't understand the format, it's very similar to the IPL. So the top 2 teams will take each other on, and then the winner of that will go straight through to the final. So that's one positive, and then the second place, whoever loses that, will take on the winners of 3rd versus 4th. So in the top 2, you get 2 chances, but obviously that we've just got to make sure that if there's no game, we can all get out of here and get on with this competition.
And that's a fairly new change of schedule, really. It's only come in the last 3 or 4 years, but actually makes a lot of sense, because you can dominate a league and then maybe have an off day in a semi-final and get knocked out. So this way, if you dominate the group, you get a couple of chances.
Absolutely. I think it's the right way. I think there's a lot of other tournaments around the world who should follow that, because you can have, you know, such a great tournament. You can, you know, dominate, and then you could probably lose out in a semi-final or whatever, and then don't get into the final. So at least in this way, the top 2 teams have got 2 opportunities to get through to the final. The 3rd and 4th place, that's the eliminator. Whoever loses that, off you pop, and then you've got to go back to back to try and get yourself into the final. So it's a really good format, and it'll be interesting to see who gets there and who's in that final on the Saturday.
And we've had some good cricket in Ranchi, Dehradun, Jammu and Vizag. This has been a good venue as well.
I think everywhere we've been, obviously it's been slightly different. There's been slightly different pitches that players have had to adjust to. I think we saw in Jammu that the pitches were a little bit slower and lower. We saw here a little bit of bounce. And it'll be interesting to see what we get in Surat when we get up there. So a lot of different things that have happened. A lot of players have had to do this. And I just think the tournament has been fantastic.
Okay, super. Well, one of the things we love hearing from is players, but a chance this afternoon to chat to one of the officials who's been here for the whole tournament.
Shubda, of course, it's so nice to see you and other female umpires here, but what inspired you to take up umpiring?
I was playing cricket. I was representing Madhya Pradesh under-19 team. Then this exam came, and when I gave this exam, I felt that there is a lot more to learn about cricket. Like beside playing, there are 42 laws to be learned. So that I really like that, and that's how it started.
Were there any challenges that you faced coming into this setup?
So that exam I gave in 2011, and till that time no girl was officiating till that time. So it was a little tough to make people believe that a girl can do, like a girl can officiate a cricket match.
But now they see you on television, and of course they are inspired by your presence on the ground. But if I ask an inspirational message from your end to the girls, what is that message going to be?
What I think, girls think they are, someone has bound us, our parents will not allow, our family will not allow, or our society will not allow. But these things are there in their mind only. So what I think, you are bounded by yourself. just go and try flying. When you start trying, like you will start push yourself and you will fly. Then you will know ki how much there is a sky to fly. Like there is endless sky to fly.
You've done well, and we wish all the very best to you.
Thank you so much, Anjum.
Well, great to hear from Shubda Bosley, who was at Anjum Chopra. Because we don't hear from umpires a lot, Dominic Cork. We hear from players, but it's good to hear the umpire's opinion and good to see umpires, female umpires, getting opportunity.
Absolutely, I think it's the right decision. I know that, you know, there's a lot of... I think that there's a lot of people who are trying to actually make sure that there's more women umpires, not just in India, but throughout the world. And I think when you look at how they've performed here, I think they've been excellent. They've had a lot to do throughout this tournament with decisions they've had to make on pitches that are probably unfit. This is going back in Jammu. And I think it's important. I know that the ICC are very keen to have equal pay as well, which I think is spot on. I think we know back in England that we have an umpire, Sue Redfern, who's from Derbyshire, is where I'm from, who officiated in a first-class game, Glamorgan versus Derbyshire. So I think it's excellent that, you know, there is chances for females to be umpires, to be match referees, and I think it's important in this world that they are pushed and given the best chance to succeed.
Yeah, and it's not easy because we're up there and we get so many replays and we question whether it pitched outside leg, was there a feather? And if you don't have all the technology at your disposal, so they're doing a stellar job.
Yeah, and also just take into fact that there's also, you know, the TV here as well. So they're getting used to different things, whether there's Hawkeye, whether they've got to make certain decisions. And it's such a quick game as well. You know, in 2020, it's so quick. So as an umpire, you've got to make quick decisions. You've got to understand what's going on within that. And it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. People make mistakes.
Correct.
It doesn't matter about that. And I think it's good to make mistakes because
Yes.
then at least you can walk off the field. People can analyse you know, what you've done, and also you can become better at it. I think people who think that they're going to be perfect, it's not going to happen because as cricketers we're never perfect. Umpires are never going to be perfect, and ultimately they're under pressure. So it's great to see. I've been really impressed with the standard that they've shown, all the umpires, not just the female, but the male as well, and males as well. And I think it's excellent that they're being given the respect and the responsibility they deserve.
Well, just as you were giving that wonderful answer, I got a massive drip of rain on my head here. So what's happening out here? It's raining hard. The cover is grand. We're hopeful that we're going to get some cricket tonight because it is a big game between the Urbanrisers against the Manipal Tigers. At the moment, it's a little bit wet. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some more chat with Dom and myself. Well, welcome back to Vizag. It is still rainy, I'm afraid. That 2-minute break, the rain did not go away, unfortunately. It's wet, but the ground staff are doing a wonderful job. Big game for both sides. It's our last group encounter between the Urbanrisers Hyderabad up against Manipal Tigers. 6 points apiece. They both played very, very good cricket. The Gujarat Giants, they are qualified. And India Capitals, Gautam Gambhir's men, they are also in the top 4. So some of the superstars are going home. And the Bharath Kings, unfortunately, last year's runners-up, they're also going home. Now, one of the teams that have been playing some superb cricket is the Manipal Tigers, led very well by Robin Singh and Harbhajan Singh. The two Singhs, Corky, they've been excellent.
I think they've been a really good side, and I think they've probably been frustrated with a little bit of weather that's been out there, and they've got it again here. But, you know, ultimately, you've just got to make sure you get in that top 4. They've done that. and now it's about, you know, peaking at the right time. They'd probably like to have a game here just to make sure that they can get in that top 2. I think they probably will anyway, because I think they'll probably get a point each. So they've been a good side. I think they're well led. Harbhajan is a great person to be involved in, good captain and a good coach.
Yeah, well, they've had some stellar performance with bat and ball, really. Hamilton Mazakadze has been good with the bat, and Gurpreet Mann has been good with the bat. So here we have a look at Chadwick Walton. Wonderful century, don't forget that. Seems a while ago now, truth be told, back in Dehradun, and Hamilton Mazakadze. And a good strike rate for Mazakadze as well, 131 and 165 for Chadwick Walton. So you like that? Yeah,
I like that, but also the 2 all-rounders you see at the bottom as well, to Sarah Pereira and Colin de Grandhomme. But you go about Chadwick Walton, and we were there, weren't we, at Dehradun when he got this 100. He started quite slowly. He actually assessed the pitch beautifully, and then all of a sudden he just exploded, and it was really a fantastic innings, and the West Indians have really performed in this competition so far.
Yeah, West Indian power has been very, very dominant here at LLC Season 2. And the bowling, Corky, we got Imran Khan with a bit of wrist spin, and we had some pace with Pravinda Avana. And Harbhajan, let me tell you, Harbhajan, economy is 4.6 in the tournament.
And I think I'm right, Harbhajan has only conceded 1-6, which was the other night as well. So you can see what, obviously, the runs that have been scored throughout this competition. The Rario top run scorer of Legends League Cricket Season 2, 100 for Walton, 99 for Simmons, 100 for Powell. Gurpreet Mann has been excellent with 130 runs, and Kirk Edwards at 123. Shows that the West Indians have quite enjoyed this season so far.
Yeah, West Indies generally dominate T20 cricket. You think all through early stages of the IPL, West Indies. This is the bowling I was mentioning. Imran Khan with his wrist spin, 8 wickets from 4 games. Pravinda Avana, he was the impact player early doors, got 4 for. Look at that.
Well, I think if you're going to win a competition, it's important you take wickets, and that man right at the top, Imran Khan, I just think he's been really good the way that he's bowled. He's been able to assess conditions, because we say about batters assessing conditions, bowlers do as well, especially spin bowlers. It's about the pace, it's also about the lengths that they bowl, and I think what he's done really well is he's assessed it, and obviously his best is 3 for 31. He's got more to come as well, because he's obviously in them playoffs. He'll have a very important role to play if they're going to go on and win this competition.
Yeah, Imran Khan, excellent. The man from Trinidad, not long retired, truth be told, like Chadwick Walton, not long retired, but leading wicket takers for the tournament itself. You'll see here the Rario leading wicket board, Imran Khan. Abdur Razak, I think, has been superb. He's gone home. He's second in the leaderboard, Corky, and he's out.
Yeah, also Udana thought he was going home as well. You saw his expression when they lost that game, but he's still in the competition. You look at the superstars as well. You have 2 bowlers in those top 5 there who are gone. So it just shows that you can't always just rely on your bowlers to get you through to the end parts of the competition. But I think the way that the bowlers have assessed conditions here in a country where bowling isn't easy at times,
yes,
unless you've got something different. Leg spin, Abdur Razak has been excellent. I thought the bowlers have really done well throughout so far.
You were an all-rounder, so you can answer this question honestly. They say batters get you to finals, but bowlers win your tournaments. Is that fair?
I think so, but it can't just be down to one bowler. I think it has to be down to a collective. I think it's also down to the mindset of the team as well. I believe in 2020, people just think about defending. I'm not that individual. When I coached, it was about taking wickets in the first 6 overs, and it's also about keep taking wickets throughout. So you put sides under pressure. But I generally believe that if your bowlers are on form and you take wickets, I think you win competitions.
And what about the Urbanrisers Hyderabad? Because we've liked them all tournament, Corky. They've been pretty efficient, consistent, I think.
Yeah, well, I picked them to win the competition. You've been here with me a long time ago. I think they're well led with Suresh Raina, the way he's played. I think the coach, Nikhil Chopla, is excellent. So literally, they have been one of the teams where I think all the way through this competition, they've really performed well. But literally, I just think them, and also the fact that I've been impressed with the catches we've seen throughout this tournament. The Urbanrisers Hyderabad good, but some of the catches throughout, they've been phenomenal, the way that they've actually taken them.
Catches win matches. That's what they say. That's what the coach was saying. Let's have a look. Robin Bisht from Bhilwara Kings. Good one. Diving forward. This is Riyad Emirates early in the tournament. That's back at Ranchi, I think. And that's a big one. When you take out Chris Gale, that was Tisara Pereira showing a bit of fleet-footedness. This for me is the best. Ricardo Powell, Corky.
Ranchi, yeah. One-handed. was absolutely magnificent. Your brother, yeah, that was a decent
Not
catch
bad.
by Kev. Decent, you might have to tell him that was decent. Well, I just think the quality of catching, I also think the ability in the field as well, it's gone up a notch. And I think that's where players now realise they have to be fit to play in this competition. And I think you can see now with the ground fielding and the catching, they are.
Bowlers win your tournaments, catchers win your matches. Okay, the scene at the moment, I'm afraid, here in Vizag, it's a little bit wet. This is the way you get to the final. Loser of qualifier 1 versus winner of eliminator will play into the final on Saturday evening. So that's the route to the final. At the moment here in Vizag, it's a little bit wet. Hopefully we'll come back with live action. Final league encounter of Legends League Cricket Season 2, where Urbanrisers Hyderabad take on Manipal Tigers in the coastal city of Vizag. The Tigers have been amazing throughout the season, and it was no different in the last encounter against the India capital. 50, excellent from Colin de Grandhomme. The seesaw encounter found its hero in Colin de Grandhomme at the Sara Pereira, who ensured the Tigers got home with a ball to spare. They sneak through, and the Tigers get over the line. Debutants, the Urbanrisers Hyderabad, aim for victory to leapfrog the Giants to the top of the table. In the last match, they found another hero in Ricky Clark, who lit up Jammu against the Dilhara King. Another Dorothy Dix, and it's a 50 for Clark on debut. Tonight is the battle of supremacy. It's the fight for pole position as two high-profile franchises clash in the Southern Derby of the Legends League Cricket Season 2. Welcome to Vizag. It's match 15. It's the Urbanrisers Hyderabad up against the Manipal Tigers. Suresh Raina v Harbhajan Singh. Big game for both sides here. It's the final group game of Legends League Cricket Season 2. Gujarat Giants, they are safely in Surat, as are the India Capitals. But where can the Manipal Tigers and the Urbanrisers Hyderabad finish up on the points ladder? Well, I'm afraid, folks, it's more like a wet day in Dublin than a sunny day in Vizag. It is wet. It's been raining since about 9 a.m. here in the beautiful city of Vizag, and the ground staff, yeah, that's all they could do at the moment, take shelter. But they are working feverishly. The whole ground is covered, which is the big plus point here in India. The ground is superbly covered. So at the moment, toss is delayed due to rain. It's match 15. When we come back, we're hopeful of bringing you some live action. But for now, ground staff have work to do. And when we come back, we'll bring you an update live from the beautiful city of Vizag.
Yeah, it's been an evening, it's been a day where we were looking forward to these two teams clashing up. Suresh Raina's led Urbanrisers Hyderabad, the new franchise in the LLC, up against Harbhajan Singh. But these are the visuals that have been there right from morning in Vizag. The cyclone, that the depression in southern India has affected even Vizag. There were hope and hope that was structured around the fact that this rain will diminish, it will reduce and wither away. But these are the scenes that as the evening has progressed, they have remained as they were at the start of the day. The ground is nicely covered, but the points table, which is affected by this rain delay and the rain spoiling the matters, is the Manipal Tigers and the Urbanrisers Hyderabad. Both are right on top of the table with 7 points, but the differentiating factor is the net run rate. Manipal Tigers leading the pool table. Gujarat Giants and India Capitals, the other two teams that have qualified for the playoffs. The umpires got into a huddle to discuss the matter before they decided to take a decision. It was always a writing on the wall from morning when this rain had started, and how the teams will progress to the playoffs and who will remain number 1 and 2 was the last league game that was today supposed to be played, but hasn't happened so far. That's how the teams qualified. The Manipal Tigers will be playing Urbanrisers Hyderabad in the first qualifier. Whoever wins progresses straight away to the final. 6:30 p.m. that game will happen live from Surat. The decision in the huddle has been made that the game has been abandoned and we will resume play tomorrow from Surat.